Oh, good morning, day 7. Long head out to the west, out to the Snaefellsnes Peninsula today. It's about 2.5 hours driving before the first stop. It's a long day, but once you get out on the peninsula, it's not, things aren't that far apart, so by the time I make it out to the campsite, it'll be lots of stops, so it should be pretty easy. It's not like yesterday where all the stops were in the morning and then there was a long haul in the afternoon. I always knew this is going to be the longest 2 days anyway, so all good. It's -1.5 here this morning. Bright sunshine. Got skunked on the northern lights last night. It clouded over on me. Story of my life. And the weather forecast for the next few days is getting steadily worse, so lots of rain. I've been lucky so far, it's hardly rained at all. I've had some sleet showers and things, but it hasn't really rained. So I'm wondering what's going to happen. Let's hit the road and see. Hey, so I'm on the peninsula. I've already stopped at a couple of places. It's targets of opportunity. I'm out in some lava fields at the moment. Lots of beautiful moss, lots of lava poking through. Anyhow, on to the next stop. So it's the end of day 7. Went across the second half of the northern side of the island to get out to the Snaefellsnes Peninsula. It's a good drive. Wasn't too bad. Lots of interesting things on the way. Had a unplanned campsite tonight. Another snafu where the website said it was open till the 15th of October, and I get there and find it closed the end of September. All worked out in the end. Fortunately, ended up at a campsite on the other side of the peninsula, which actually isn't that far away. It's pretty narrow, which is actually where I wanted to be tomorrow anyway, so in some ways it actually worked out for the better. Change plan for tomorrow, heading out to Thingvellir National Park, and then from there on to Keflavik to drop the car off on the 10th and go home. And to be honest, I think I'm going to be ready for it. It's been a fun week so far. It's literally been a week, 7 days living in the van. It's a little with that. I'm going to sign off and see you in the morning. See what the weather's doing. It's starting to rain. The forecast is actually getting increasingly bad. So I may not be very active. I mean, I think at the start of the vacation I would have been pretty keen to go out, whatever the weather. I think at this point I've done so much of what I set out to do that I'm really not so keen on getting wet and cold. We'll see how it goes. I'll talk to you again in the morning. Bye. Good morning, day 8. Weather's taken a turn, wind and driving rain, although it is a little bit warmer. It's actually a lot warmer than it has been. It was -5 yesterday morning when I got up. While I would have been happy to go out in this weather, I think on day 1 or day 2, I've had such a good time that the burning need to go and sacrifice myself to the weather gods has kind of ebbed out a bit. That said, going to head out to the coast, which is about 6 minutes down the road from here. Play it by ear and see what happens. Well, I'm out and untappy. I did give it a go. Got all the waterproofs on, went out there. It is terrible driving rain. It's amazingly pretty. I mean, I'm glad I got out of the car and took a look, but there's no way I'd get the camera gear out in this weather. It's just, the conditions is not really even an image to be had, in my view. Probably if I worked it in enough, but this is not the conditions for it, particularly when I don't really know what I'm looking for either. I mean, if I, was here before and had scouted the area and knew where I wanted to go, that'd be one thing. But to scout in this weather and try and create an image, it's just too much to ask. But it is beautiful. I am glad I got out of the car, and I am glad I went for a 15-20 minute walk and had a good look. But my God, the wind and the rain. Well, at the campsite at Thingvellir. Very nice campsite it is too, and get to park on grass for I think only the second, maybe the third time, as opposed to a gravel car park, which is nice. Basically, the trip's at an end. I mean, I've got tomorrow, but tomorrow is really a trip into Keflavik, stopover for the night before leaving on the 10th in the afternoon. So not expecting to do a huge amount tomorrow. I'll probably just take a slow, circuitous drive there. I'm actually only about an hour and a half away right now, but I'll probably take a dog leg and come in along the south coast of the Reykjanes Peninsula. No point wasting the day. And then get to the campsite, sort everything out, get ready to fly, and go home. And it's in some ways it seems way too soon. It's been an absolutely awesome trip. Definitely going to come back, money and circumstance permitting. And yeah, this has been really quite the trip, quite amazing. Country is just unbelievable. Just everywhere you look, it's just gorgeous. With that, I'm going to get my dinner on and sort myself out for the evening. So it's the last day. It rained really hard last night. The campsite was dry, well, dry-ish when I got here. It's pretty flooded this morning. Lots of very deep puddles. Kind of rain where you actually need to get your full rain gear on, just go to the toilet block. So I'm gonna wend my way out to Grindavik, maybe go a little bit further on the peninsula, but ultimately I'm going to end up at Grindavik campsite there for the night. Probably not going to get out of the car much, not after the last few days. Weather's pretty bad, so I'm not going to get anything spectacular. I'm just going to enjoy the day. Take it easy. And so the journey came to an end. The last day the weather was rainy and windy, and a leisurely drive brought me to the Grindavik campsite in deteriorating weather. A wild, wet and windy night brought a dark and stormy morning. Winds in the northeast of the island were hurricane force, and the road from Grindavik to the airport was swept by 50-mile-an-hour gusts of wind and driving rain. Little did I know that as I left the pretty town of Grindavik that I would likely never return, as in December the town was evacuated due to volcanic activity. In Iceland, Mother Nature rules with an iron fist.